All right, I want to show now like another way of using the 3D layers, or well, it's the same way, but maybe doing the zoom in animation. And I'll use those space assets that I used before, and also the same project actually. I'm just creating a new composition here. And I'll call this space zoom. And I think the 15 seconds is a little bit long for this, so maybe 13 or 12 would be good. By the way, I can go here into the settings and change the duration at any point of time that I want. Okay, there's the space zoom, and what I need first is the background. Okay, maybe this part would be nice. Yeah, why not? Then I'm not going to use any spaceships this time, or maybe at the end, but I'm just going to put these moons and others over in the scene. Rocks, rock, and I could make like a second version of the rock, duplicate it and change it a little bit so it doesn't look like the copy. Okay. This way. I could make a color effect there as well to make it look even more different effect and color correct, and maybe let's have just some levels there. I mean, you know how levels work. They work the same here and in Photoshop. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, and I need to make 3D layers of these, but I'm not up to clicking each one of them one by one. So I will just, do I need more? Maybe one moon more. One more moon. And I'll rotate this too. Okay, so as I said, I'm now too lazy to click all of them at once, or I mean one by one. So I just click all of them right now, and then I'll when they are all selected, I can press here in the 3D layer, and now they are all 3D layers at once. Also, I can change their like quality settings as I'm on the go. And this is something I can do, by the way, to any like option here. If I want to change all of the positions at once, I would just click P, and then all of them open at once, and I can, when I move one, then all of them are moved. So I just thought that this would be a nice shortcut for you to know. If you're in a hurry and you have a lot of stuff to put on your composition. Anyway, now I need to, because I want to have this kind of zoom thing, and also I want these layers to be moving on their own, because that's it's called a multi-camera effect, if I remember correctly, or a multi-layer camera. I think it was multi-layer camera, or multi-plane camera. Yes, if you Google it up, you'll find it by that name. And it was invented by the Walt Disney Studios back in the late 1930s or early 40s. I think it was 30s. How to make 2D animation look more 3D by putting some of the background as foreground and as like in this sort of contraption where they were all on glass panels, which were then moved and the camera was up there. So yeah, this is quite an old invention, almost 90 years old, but it's still very practical. Okay, so how does it work with After Effects to have this multi-plane camera effect? So first I need the custom view so that I can place my layers in different ways. Okay, let's have the two views. Okay, maybe I'll have the spaceship at the end after all. So the spaceship could be in where we are flying to. Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. Yeah, it's very far away, and we're going to zoom in to meet it. And there's going to be lots of, oh, I hate, sometimes I do hate windows because I don't use much, I don't use the mouse much. So it's kind of a hassle to put things without it into where I want them to be. So I'm putting these in basic positions first, and then I'm going to move them in the y-axis. That's at least my plan for now. Okay, and that could be a little bit smaller, that room. Okay, I don't have a camera yet, but I will create it at some point. I think the spaceship could be even further away. Yeah. Could be over there. Okay, now I'm going to put like basic animation for these layers, so that while it's zooming in, these layers will move. So I'm going way over here into more than 10 seconds. So I don't need any long or big movements here at all. And I can adjust it later on. There's my first moon. There's the second one. Also, they don't have to be synchronized, all these keyframes. It's better that they are not, actually. So this moon will start wandering at this point. Then let's take the planet. It's kind of a boring to look at. But I'm trying to be quick. Okay, and where's my other planet? It's way over there. So like I said, I'm using the keyboard command P for positioning them. So this might even be the end position of this planet. Going to the beginning of time to move it a little bit further. Oop, maybe not that fast. And then there's 2 rocks, and then I think I'll be done. Started from here and ended. Where should we end it? Here. They are kind of moving in a different pace. And that was my intention. And then the last rock. And that might start even further away. Maybe quite close to the spaceship. So that in the end of the zoom in, we'll have something there as well. Okay, now I need the camera to make this work. And I'll need to save before it decides to crash. Okay, the camera, layer, camera. By the way, just as any other layers, you can change the length of a camera layer in time. So basically what it means is that you can have several cameras in one scene. So if I would like to have like a close-up of the spaceship all the while it's zooming into it, then I could do it with another, just having a shorter camera layer over here. It's always the camera layer that is uppermost that After Effects is taking. just to clarify this to you. Okay, our camera is over here, and that's where I wanted to start. Oh, come on, give me a message. There it is. And After Effects is really better to use with a bigger screen than a laptop. But I'll make do with what I have. I'll start with the camera position. By the way, it's not, like I said before, it's not enough to have just the position. I also need to have the point of interest keyframed. And I need to do this here on the screen visually. And okay, so I have my first place where I'm going, and now here's the last one. So I'm moving the camera towards the spaceship. And you're kind of seeing what's happening there. And of course, I could now also change the point of interest so that it's going more towards the spaceship itself. Okay, let's try this out. Save and back to one view. Okay, and it took the custom view instead of the active camera. And I'll fit it to the screen. And press spacebar in order to have a quick rendering. Yeah, so what I was trying to show here was that how the 3D space illusion becomes better if your layers are moving. But I think I should move the planet on the right in a faster pace, for instance. Yeah, they are moving kind of slow, but for space movement, it kind of works. And I could make the spaceship rotate so that we can see that it's like it's lost in space somehow. Okay, where was my spaceship? There. There's the rotations. And I think I'll need to keyframe all of these. X, Y, Z rotation. And I want to have like a really slow rotation. Okay, and let's have some audio here as well. Yeah, I think it's looking better now that it rotates. Okay, yeah, I wanted to bring a little bit of audio in. I had some sort of spacey sound here, I think. Okay, I'll try this one, Secret Clouds. That might work. Might not. No, it didn't work. It's like some sort of space disco now. Okay. So that was it for now, and we are a little bit, yeah, we are right on time, I can see. What I want to do next is write down your space task.